treadmill, getting a little walk in, and I wanted to vlog with y'all about the things that we didn't understand or know when it comes to wealth. A lot of us are really chasing financial freedom, and with that financial freedom, what we're really seeking is wealth, right? We're seeking the ability financially with our money and resources and assets to be able to not have to worry and stress in life about the things that we want and to be able to live comfortably, right? We want to be able to go to the gas station and fill up our tank without worrying about how much gas costs. We want to be able to go to the grocery store and buy whatever we want to buy, as much of it as we want to buy, to be comfortable. We want to be able to go on a vacation when we want to, not because we have PTO or don't have PTO. So we're seeking wealth, but our understanding about wealth is what's been warped or what's been formed and been different depending on our environment. And I don't know about you, but for me, I come from a very impoverished area where my idea about wealth was through income. It was through working hard. It was through saving up your money and saving up so much money that you become wealthy through saving, right? You become wealthy based off of the type of job you have, how much money through that income you can save, and then using those savings to retire off of when you become a certain age. And that's been my idea about seeing wealth. And so for a lot of people, their idea is also about, well, what kind of things can I have to show people that I got money, right? We're talking about people who have, Corvettes, Chargers, Challengers, Dodge Chargers and Dodge Challengers, right? Ford Mustangs, things like that, all type of status cars, all type of status clothes, the Jordans, the Polo, the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton bags, things like that. And they want to show people that they have money and they have things. Maybe they have a house. Maybe you have some of your peers, classmates, people you grew up with who seem as though they're on a path of wealth because they have a house, they have a car, they have clothes, they have a job that may pay them six figures and things like that. When in reality, most of the time, those type of people are probably living paycheck to paycheck so that they can buy things that they really don't need, so they can impress people that they don't really like or don't even know, so they can flex. And I think our idea of wealth means flexing, because when we see people, even wealthy people, with the yachts, with the J's, with the this and the that, the suits, we think that they're flexing, when in reality, they just can afford those things and still be comfortable with their living expenses and paying bills and paying, for their life. So I wanted to just kind of vlog a little bit, talk to y'all today, man, about our understanding of wealth and just how backwards it's been. Because see, true wealth, right? True wealth is supposed to span generations. Some people want to be rich, but not everybody wants to be wealthy. I got that from Wall Street Trapper. You can find him on YouTube. I encourage you to look up Wall Street Trapper. That's what he say. A lot of people want to be rich. They don't want to be wealthy. And basically what he mean is that a lot of people want to live in the now and they just want to have money to blow. They want to have money to spend. Some people live a YOLO life. You only live once. That means that I'm going to just spend all the money that I have. And whenever people get money, because some people are really good at making money, but as soon as they make money, they spend it. And when they spend it, that's just that rich lifestyle that they, are so accustomed to living and spending, that money. And I'm just like, I get it now. A lot of people want to be rich. Nobody wants to be wealthy. Wealthy is when You have so much money cycling through that you don't have to make it anymore. It comes. It's a lot of people who have come to understand wealth and what wealth looks like. Wealth looks like comfortability. It looks like comfort. It looks like giving. Wealthy people give. Rich people can't really afford to give because they're too busy consuming and buying things with their money. So they don't really have money to give. They got to go make more. Wealthy people don't have to make the money no more. They've come to a point where the money that they made, they use to make more money. And so their money makes money. Rich people, money don't really make money. Rich people themselves make money until they're not able to make money anymore, whether it be an income or a side hustle or online or whatever the case is. So what's the missing piece about wealth that we seem to not yet understand? Well, here's what I figured out. A lot of people are good at making money. A lot of people are good at saving money in the world, right? Maybe that's you, maybe that's not you. But not a lot of people understand how to invest money and how to put money to work. How to make, I hit the button. How to make your money work for you. Not a lot of people understand how to make your money work for you in investing, because investing is a risk. And a lot of people don't want to take that risk when it comes to putting their money into assets and other things that will make you more. They don't want to take that risk. They don't want to be around people and put their income in the hands of folks that they may not know and in things that they may not have control over. Some people also have a tough time letting go control of things and allowing other people to run business, right? This is also why some people don't invest. They struggle with that. They can't allow someone else to run the business for them. They can't allow somebody else to make the decisions. You got to be able to trust somebody else in order to invest your money into somebody else and their vision and what they're trying to do for you to make income off of that money. And if you don't have the mentality to do that, then you won't invest. You won't spend your money. You'll just keep saving. So here's the nature of money, right? What I come to understand. Money is a currency. Money is supposed to flow. And if you allow your currency to be put in a current to where when you put it in that current, it comes back to you and it comes back tenfold to you, then now you'll never be without money, right? Because your money will always be moving. When you get paid, where does your money go? Does it go to a place where you won't get it back? Or does it go to an investment where you're going to get it back tenfold because you put it in a place so that you can get more of it? Some people don't invest in themselves. Some people don't invest in the knowledge. Knowledge is where the key is. A lot of people don't invest in the knowledge of financial literacy. No one's here getting free knowledge. And that's really, you don't even need money for a lot of the basic financial literacy because it's all free. But if you want that knowledge faster, then you can start investing in that, right? Start investing in these seminars, these programs. You know, EYL has a university that you can invest in, a financial university where they give you tools and a plethora of content that you can, you know, kind of get into and start getting a lot of this free knowledge when it comes to finance. But people aren't, they're not going to invest into that free knowledge. And so that's what I started realizing. One, wealthy people just have that different understanding about the flow of money, and what their choice is to put their money to work for them in things that are going to bring them a return. Wealthy people are always looking for a return, cash flow, return. profit, net, right? These are just terminologies, business terminology that a lot of people just don't know, especially my African American people, black folk. We just don't understand these terminologies because we think they're so hard, right? Profit, net, assets, liabilities, expenses, stocks, bonds, securities, all these kind of indexes, all these kind of things. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's really not. What it is it's foreign to you because you have not been exposed to it. But when you've been exposed to it, it's now your duty to do that research and to do that homework, to learn it and to figure this stuff out. You have a duty to be financially free, especially if you live here in America. That's your duty. It's so much money moving around. How can you get yours? And then when you get yours, how can you use yours to get more of it? And you know what it really boils down to? Investing, right? What that boils down to? It really boils down to giving. That's really what investing is. So I'm going to break down the wealth path. And I'm on the path. I'm not wealthy yet, but I'm on the path because now I finally got an understanding. Here's the wealth path. And this starts from you just as a 9-to-5 worker. I mean, there's a guy on YouTube that you can find right now. He became a millionaire working 9 to 5. He's a police officer. I forgot his name, but he was working as a police officer 9 to 5 and became a millionaire because he started to understand how to build wealth, how to build it. It ain't going to just happen. Not everybody's going to win the lotto. You got to build it, right? And so here's something that you can take. I kid you not. When I finally understood just how easy this was, it blew my mind completely. So, number one, you work a job. You're getting an income. You're getting a paycheck every 2 weeks, every month for some folks. That's one stream of income, right? You take your income. First thing you do, at least for me, and this is what I do. First thing I do is I pay God. I tithe. But basically what I do is I give my money. That's the first thing I do. I give reverence. As a Christian, I give reverence to God first. Because without him, I wouldn't have the job. Without him, I wouldn't have the ability. And without him, I wouldn't even have the paycheck. So that's the very first thing that I do financially is I take out money to give. I give to the church. I give to help friends, help family, help people. Whether that's I'm going to go buy some food to give to the homeless, or I'm going to go and, maybe help somebody who needs some help with a light bill or whatever the case is. I'm going to take some money out to give in reverence and honor to God and his people because he blessed me. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to pay me first. After I give, then I pay me. A lot of times we take our whole check and we pay bills. And when we pay bills, we ain't got no more check. Well, either one thing or two things got to happen. Either one, you got to gain some more check money, right? So that you can have more money on the end of your bills. Or two, you got to get less bills. So that way you can have more money with less bills. Some of those are kind of hard or impossible depending on your situation. Maybe you got kids, I don't know. But at the end of the day, somewhere along the line, you have to figure out how to pay you. Whether you give yourself 10% of your check, 5% of your check, whatever percentage of your check, you got to figure out how you're going to pay you. One, you pay God, or you give freely to God and his people. Two, you pay yourself. And then three, you pay your bills. In paying yourself, this is the most crucial thing you can do with your money. When you pay yourself, what are you going to do with the money that you're paying yourself? Are you going to save it for an emergency? Are you going to invest it? Invest in yourself, invest in your knowledge, invest in your time, your clothes, your physical. What are you going to do with the money that you give to yourself. That is the most important piece that you can do. And then the third thing, like I said, then you pay your expenses. Sometimes, depending on how much money you make, your expenses could be the fourth thing, because the third thing, you can then put money to the side to invest, depending on how your money's set up. But that's 1, 2, and 3, right? So here's what on the trajectory, right, of wealth, of what some people miss out on. One, if you have the income and you're putting the income to the side, make sure you're doing it consistently. Make sure you're consistently putting money for yourself, right? Paying yourself, investing in yourself, or even saving. Make sure you're doing this on a consistent basis. What does that mean? That means, one, if you're paying yourself and you don't have enough money to pay your bills, then that means what? You got to figure out another way to make money. That don't mean you go use the money that you pay to yourself. That means you go figure out another way how to get some money. That's what that means. That's what wealthy people do, entrepreneurs. They go figure out a way how to make more money, because one income is very close to zero. And they don't tell us that, right? Some of us didn't grow up learning that. Some of us didn't grow up thinking about that one income is too close to zero, man. Like, if you think about that, man, you get fired. That's it. That's the only money you got coming in. So you got to find some more money. Whether you go be a salesman, maybe you got to do some Uber on the side. Whatever it is, you got to find some more money. You need more money. And there's a lot of money out here. You just got to figure out your lane. But either way it goes, wealthy people realize, hey, I got to get more money. And in order for me to get more money, I got to get out here and hustle and get on my entrepreneurship game. So that's one of the first things that you got to realize. Hey, when you are being consistent and you realize that, hey, I don't have enough money to pay my bills, I got to figure out another way to get more money, right? That's what wealthy people do. So once you get more money, once you realize how to make money, you start saving money. You start saving money for emergencies. You start saving money